What's going on, everyone? It's Mr. West. I hope we're all well. So I just wanted to make a quick video showcasing the Nightscape mode on the OnePlus 6T. Now, it's very similar to the other AI-based computational photography modes that you find on the Huawei Pixel devices, and it's pretty good. So the way I'm going to do it is it's going to be like a virtual point of view style, so you'll be able to see exactly how the Nightscape software runs on the phone itself as it's taking the photo. It is nothing mind-blowing to actually see in action. It basically takes a series of images and then stacks those on top of each other, and you then basically get a super HDR image because it does bring out a lot of the shadows and does get you a lot more detail. So we'll start the demo now and we'll show you how it all works, and you can actually see then in real time how the photos look in normal photo mode and then also in the night mode as well. Alright, so if you're not familiar with the OnePlus camera hardware and software, this is what it looks like. You've got this slide up menu here which shows you all of the different photo modes, and we're currently in the standard photo mode. So we'll just show you how the standard photo mode captures this image here. Now obviously we've got good light, but we'll just show you the subtle differences. So we'll just capture that image and that's how that looks. So if we then go to the night mode, now this is all handheld. So if you just watch the shutter key, it'll have a yellow circle which will start moving around as it captures the image. So it uses the optical image stabilization and some computational algorithms. We can see there, that's the night shot and that is the standard shot. So there's not a huge amount of difference. If you look at the middle row of windows, it's slightly brighter, and also the exposure to the left and right side columns. We can see on the right side we can see the drop shadow, and on the night image is slightly brighter, but only just. Now one thing you do need to be careful of with these night modes is street lighting. You can see it has a lot of flare and it can cause an absolute nightmare when you're taking images. So we'll just take a shot of that just to show you. Optimize. We can see there, it just adds a really big glare. It sometimes works in your favor, other times not. So we'll just show you how the night photography works in this kind of environment. So we can see it's pretty dark. So if we kind of get down on the floor here so we can get more of the apartments in the image. So here we go. We'll take a snap in standard mode. So that is the standard image, quite grainy. It's not actually too bad. However, I mean, it's picked out the highlights on the bottom left-hand corner there, but it is lacking in detail. So we'll now try it in the night mode. I will be as steady as possible. We'll let the phone optimize the image. How we can see there is a marked difference, even picking out the stars above the building. So that's pretty impressive actually, and that would actually hold up well for editing as well. If you look at the bottom left hand corner of the image, it's picked up even more detail from the corridors there. Okay, so slightly different angle, standard photo. So that's how that looks there. And then if we go back, I will now try night mode, same shot. That is loads better, even picking out again the stars in the sky. And if we zoom in, it does look quite cool. A really decent effort. So we're just trying this corner now, see if it picks out any of the detail on this enclosure here for bins. So that's what it should be picking up. Let's see if it can actually grab any detail out. So hold still. And there we go, it's managed to pick out, bring up the light on the enclosure, so we can see there kind of picked up the slatted pattern there, which is cool. Okay, so let's try this statue. Standard photo. Actually not bad, it's a little bit grainy. Now let's try night mode. Hold steady. That's actually really nice. Okay, so it's office block here, so if we just take a photo in standard mode. Again, not bad, there's plenty of lighting around here, but not around some of the building itself, so we're flanked by this lamp here and this lamp here. So if we try night mode now, should bring out some of the darker bits around the building. And that's how that comes out. So again, it's picked up the cloud on the far left hand side of the screen and picked up a lot more detail as well, especially in the shadows. Alright, so one thing to show you is, so this is handheld, this is through a window, so you'll have to bear with. So if I push the shutter key, because I'm using handheld motion, the computational algorithm will adjust for subtle movements in my hand, and we'll take a quicker exposure. And that is the result of that image. Again, ignore the window reflections, but what happens is when we hold the phone completely still, you'll notice that it will allow for a longer exposure. Now, one tip for you if you're going to take these kind of shots is to just increase the exposure or brightness all the way to the top and then just push the shutter key. But if you watch now, the exposure will actually be longer. So if you watch the shutter key, watch the yellow ring, and we can see that it's now running for a lot longer. So it's holding that exposure longer because the phone is now completely steady and it's not relying on the optical image stabilization module to make those corrections. So it takes a little bit of a while, and when it gets to about the 3 o'clock position, you'll see it whiz back to the top position. There we go. And you'll see that we've got a much brighter and a much sharper exposure across the whole image. It is a lot brighter, but you can go into editing and you can actually tame that down a bit and get rid of these ballooned out highlights. So that's it, everyone. That's the end of my OnePlus 6T Nightscape demonstration. I hope you enjoyed it. A slightly different look at how the actual software works in action in real time. I think, as I said at the start of the video, a few updates and this could be really, really good and very, very capable at the same time. Now, some of the images do hold up very well for editing as well, even though they're just JPEGs. You can edit them, you can sort of decrease the shadows to get a really moody look. Also reduce the highlights of things like street lights to get the image that you want. So you let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. But I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've got any suggestions for future videos, then please do let me know. I'm all ears and I'd be really interested to know what you think. For now, that is my quick look at the OnePlus 6T Nightscape mode. My name is Mr. West, and I'll catch you guys later.